Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the beginning of week 5, the end of week 4. The intro you're seeing on this video is going to be recorded a little later. I have to edit and I don't have a lot of time. But anyway, we're here with Roberta with YourWayYourLife.com. Wonderful little booklet here. We're going to be going through chapter 5 today, going over the kitchen makeover and talking about how flexible this program is really to tailor the needs of whoever it is you're going to be working with. Because right now, the kitchen makeover didn't really happen.
Well, actually, it's starting.
It's starting.
The kitchen makeover is kind of a big one for Zach because it requires a lot of organization, a lot of throwing things out. He just bought new cookware. I mean, he's doing a great job, but the kitchen makeover is something that he's working on his own instead of me going there. Eventually, I probably will go over there, but he's got a lot of pre-organizing to do, which he's doing, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I have to work together with Jax so we can agree on things. My girlfriend Jax, so we can agree on things. You know, I want to throw out this, and she doesn't want to throw out this, so we have to talk about it. You know, I'm just not going to go willy-nilly and throw everything out. It's just, we're in a partnership. We got to work everything out. So it is taking a little bit longer, but we really made some progress. I threw out 4 full tall kitchen bags of trash from the kitchen. Just the other day, so that was a lot of progress. Like, we have a lot more room to work with now. That's one thing we're really lacking, is really storage room for all of our food, for the cookware. We've got cookware that has Teflon peeling up on it, so I really needed new cookware, and I really need to throw out the old cookware because I just hate having those Teflon flakes in my food. No, I'm just kidding. We never actually saw Teflon flakes in food. I would have thrown that kind out. Anyway.
But you were due, and you did it on your own. He got a great deal on some stuff. And so he's bought all new cookware, and for him this is probably almost the biggest step, because I think this was kind of the life change we were talking about a little bit, that you've kind of taken that step toward that. I mean, in the beginning, I think if I told you need to clean up your kitchen, you'd be like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right?
You'd be like, leave my kitchen alone, we're talking about my diet.
Exactly. That's what it would have been. That's exactly what you would have done. And now you're on the road to wanting to completely clean everything up, which is exactly where you should be.
Yeah, and this is all about a point that I really want to hammer home with everybody, because I really didn't believe this before, and it really is true. It is a lifestyle change. When they talk about lifestyle change, they're not just talking about your diet. They're not just talking about what the things you put in your mouth. They're talking about your entire lifestyle. I said it before. If you're lazy about cleaning up your room, if you're lazy about cleaning up after the kitchen, if you're lazy about putting your socks in the hamper, guess what? That's going to bleed over into your lifestyle, into your food choices, into your purchases. I mean, it's still hard for me to go to a restaurant. I went to one last night, invited by a friend, and I went there, and I'm gonna stay away from red meat. I'm gonna stay away from red meat. It was a buffet.
Oh, God.
But
wow.
I controlled portions.
Good.
But I didn't control what I got. I still got a couple fried foods. I still got a couple red meat pieces that really.
All right, we'll work on that.
But it was just one plate. I've been to that restaurant before.
How many plates would you usually have gotten?
Usually 2 to 3 plates of food, and then a dessert plate also.
Wow.
And this is in the plant, by the way. It's a great place. Go there. International food buffet. Really good food.
But fried foods.
It has
Don't be encouraging with people like
that. They had sushi too.
See, now sushi's fine.
That's what Jax had. She was very smart about her choices.
Good.
All you can eat sushi. I mean, come on, and it's a good deal.
So you had 1 plate instead of 3.
I had 1 plate instead of 3. I did have dessert, mostly fruit, and then a little. Here's the best thing about International Food Buffet. Their desserts come in these little glass trays about this big.
Okay.
And the dessert in the tray is about a tiny square.
Oh wow! Okay.
Like that. It is awesome.
So you can get a small amount.
I got a piece of cheesecake that fit on a fork. That was it.
Yeah.
And I was happy because I still got to taste cheesecake.
And this is a really good point.
Yeah.
So what I tell people is, people say, oh my God, I have to cut out all the things I love. No, you don't. What you need to do is control portions and allow yourself a little treat, and that's satisfying him enough to say, oh, I had my dessert. What he could have done is pile that entire plate with cheesecake and everything else and eat that, but he didn't. You put fruit and you had a little treat, and that is absolutely the way to do it.
Yeah, definitely. And the reason why it went well is because we're sitting at the table before we even go eat. We're sitting at the table talking about all the things I'm doing to progress my weight loss, and all the things I'm doing. And my friend who I'm working with, my friend who I'm eating with, he has diabetes. So he's
wow.
talking about all the things that he has to go through and how the things he can't eat, things like white bread, and he didn't know that yogurt was bad for people who have diabetes. I didn't know that. It was
Sugar.
Just, sugar. Yeah. So, yeah, it was really great just talking about it first. We didn't go out and get the food right away. We sat down and talked for a minute.
Right.
And then that really inspired me to not eat as much and try to get the right things, but there's some fried things that just look so good.
Well, it's okay. You know what? You know, you're not going to go from 100 to 0 overnight.
Yeah.
That's a huge improvement, and we'll work on that. And that's the big thing. I'm not asking people to go from, one extreme to the other overnight, because if you ask anyone to do that, and they're going to either freak out or they're going to do it, but they can't sustain it because they're denying themselves everything they like. So that's the balance you have to find, and that's the lifestyle change. And so he's in the process right now of finding that balance. I wouldn't expect that balance to be perfect right now. But we are on week 5, and you are like leaps and bounds from where you were in session 1. I mean, I'm really, really impressed. So let's talk about your weight loss.
Okay. The last week, it have been walking at lunch. I've been was pretty bad at the beginning of the week, but with the continued good foods I've been eating at the right times, I like that the right times. That's important. I've actually lost almost 5 pounds. It's like 4.2 or 4.3 pounds or something like that. So I was really happy about that. At least some kind of progress is happening. And I'm still eating lots of food. It's just the right types of foods at the right times. You're eating an hour after you wake up, eating at 10:30, around then I'll have an alarm goes off on my phone, 10:30, 12 o'clock, 3:30, and then again before 7 p.m. dinner, we're trying. We're trying to make it before 8. Now I'm trying to push it before 7.
Again, progress, huge progress. They were eating at like 9, right?
Yeah, 9, 10 o'clock.
Not a good time to eat.
The cookware is going to help too, because we got this humongous pot. We can make a large amount of food at one time, freeze it in sections. We're buying chicken in bulk, and we're putting it in a baggie and throwing in a little bit of marinade or something and putting that in the freezer. So whenever we need it, it's going to be a lot faster now that we're preparing foods ahead of time. So dinner's going to happen a lot faster. Lunch is going to happen a lot easier, because I can just take a portion of food home to work and then eat that. And yeah, so the cookware is going to help. Thanks again. And just the preparing and cooking and everything at home, it helps out a lot too.
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest thing too is, and I don't want to stress that people can do this, but he actually didn't have a great week.
Yeah.
And I expect he's going to improve on that. I think, if you saw his video from the middle of the week, he had, a really depressing first half of the week. He was really bummed out about the weight issues, as anyone would. And he took it really hard. And so he ate a little more than he should, but he didn't go crazy. You didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't go crazy. And so, and you only worked out 3 days a week, and we're going to try to get that to 4 or 5. So the fact that you lost 4.5 pounds and you did all those things means that you probably could have lost 7. And not everyone's going to lose 7 pounds in 1 week. You got to understand the size. So the average person is going to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, but I would expect him to lose 5 because of his size. And as he gets smaller, it'll be less and less and less. So it's going to be a slow progress, but for him, it'll be faster than your average person. You're also a guy, and guys drop weight, I hate this, much faster than women. It just happens.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it happens. Yeah. So you have an advantage there. But so the half-hour walks, are you enjoying them, or are they kind of making...
Yeah, I'm actually bringing business cards with me and then looking at local businesses and saying, hey, by the way,
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, because he's going from 12 to 12:30 every day, and that really...
Yeah, well,
this is going to bring you business. That's awesome.
I'm going to be out there. I might as well talk to people.
Yeah. Oh, this is great then.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, really, really great. So, gosh, you're so on the right track, I don't even know what to say. I mean, we were supposed to do our kitchen makeover, but like I said, we're going to postpone that. And what's nice about this program is I can put these sessions in any order I want, depending on who the person is. So, yeah, session 5 says kitchen makeover, but it doesn't have to be a kitchen makeover. Today, we're really just talking about his progress and what he's done, and that's okay. So, this program is not set in stone in any way, shape, or form. So that's what I really like about it, and that's why I created it this way. For the flexibility, because everyone's going to be different. And so what works for Zach will not work for the next person. So I have to tweak it for them. So the information is the same. It's how it's presented, what it's presented is the difference. So so you did, I think, a kitchen makeover already. You're going to do several more.
You started, yeah.
Yeah, you started, and that's all I can ask for. And you've lost 4.5 pounds. You're completely changing your eating habits. You're also changing your sleeping patterns. No more naps.
Yes. no more naps in the afternoon after work.
He was taking like a 2 to 3 hour nap after work.
Yeah, and then I'd stay up playing video games. It was a lot easier to stay up, no supervision, nobody reminding me, hey, you should go to bed, because they're all sleeping. So no more naps. That was really hard. Actually, yesterday I did take a 1 hour nap. We limited it because I was just so beat. We went shopping. We ran around. We went out to my friend.
Well, you were actually tired.
I was actually tired.
Really, really tired.
I was trying to stay up. I'm on my computer just like this.
And that will improve as you lose the weight because you're going to have more stamina.
Yeah. So Jackie was like, we'll take a nap. I'll wake you up in 1 hour. That's it. Then you'll get up and So
how are you staying? Like the weekends? What time are you going to bed?
Last night I went to bed like at 1:30, 2 o'clock. On the weekdays, that is Sunday through Thursday, I'm going to bed at about 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, somewhere in there. 11 o'clock is absolute. You got to go to sleep.
And when are you getting up?
I'm waking up at, on my own before an alarm, like at 6:30, or so, and getting up, I'm like, why am I awake?
But you have time to make breakfast. You've been making great breakfasts for yourself because you now have the time.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how
it's not just great to have breakfast and everything. It's what it affects your day, how it affects your day. I'm telling people I feel good. I'm just sitting there telling people I really feel good. I'm not tired.
I'm not prompting him to say this, by the way. He's
doing
this all on his own.
I have a witness. My friend around me at work. I told him. I said, we're driving in the car to a meeting. I'm like, you know what? I feel good. I'm not tired. I'm awake. I'm alert, and I'm getting jobs out like crazy.
It's amazing how it affects every part of your life. And I remember week 1, I was telling you, look, this is going to affect everything. And it's going to be hard those first few weeks to get into a rhythm. But once you do, you're going to feel like crap if you don't do it. And you're going to feel better and better and better. And that is exactly what has happened.
Nice.
So you are like stellar right now. I'm so excited he's doing it. I just think he's come a long way. Now he's got an enormous way to go. So let's not kid ourselves. You know, this is the beginning of a very, very long journey. But the fact that he has done such a dramatic shift with his eating habits, he's cleaning up his house, he understands it's a life change, he's feeling better. I mean, everything changed. So that's all I can ask for, really. So I think we're just going to talk about, a little more about other things he wants to do. And then next week we might go grocery shopping. We'll see if that works out. Yeah, we're going to try to schedule a time we can go grocery shopping. It's going to be a fun video. You get to see all the little cool things in the store that you can find that are replacements for the stuff you already buy. Taste just as good, in my opinion, and they're good for you. I mean, I bought those double brand double fiber English muffins because we ran out of the flatbreads from Costco, and I can't wait to try those. Those are going to be good. Yeah. So he's definitely on the right track, and we're going to keep doing videos even when we finish session 6, and it's a good week. Yeah. It started out bad, but it ended really, really good. Sure did. So there you go. All right, cool. Bye.